Do you find questions that ask you to pivot or adapt your strategy difficult? In today's video, video 7 of our 20-part AI Q&A feedback video series, we're going to tackle this type of behavioral question. Like all of the videos in this series, we're going to look at the question. We're going to look at it for a specific role at a specific company. We're going to go in, take a quick look at the method we want to use. Then I'm going to provide what I think is a really strong answer. Run that answer through my AIpracticeinterviews.com tool and make a good answer great. So also, just before diving in, remember, I want you to think about the broader themes of answering these types of questions. And yeah, we're covering it for a specific role at a specific company, but that matters less than looking at, okay, what is the overall structure of these answers? And then how are we organizing the information and what's the right level of detail? In this specific video, let's cover the behavioral question, share an experience where you had to adapt or pivot your research approach based on unexpected findings or challenges. And we are going to be covering the role of a researcher at Nike, and this is for their lead human-centered insights researcher for Global Jordan. And for the purpose of all these videos, I'm just going to scroll through the job description. I'm not going to read through all the data points of the job description, but I'm going to go slow enough that if you'd like to pause and learn a little bit more about this type of role, absolutely, you're welcome to do that. And so I'm just scrolling through, and then we get to the STAR method. So I think it's pretty common knowledge. Using something like the STAR method is really helpful when answering behavioral questions. Basically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to set the context. We're trying to provide our actions through what we did and how we did it, and then deliver fantastic results. And I'm not going to go into all the depth here of these items, but you can absolutely pause the video to just uncover these are the areas that I like to focus in on in my behavioral answers. So just for flow, let's restate the question. Share an experience where you had to adapt or pivot your research approach based on unexpected findings or challenges. So my research aimed to understand challenges in online shopping behavior due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The project involved analyzing vast data sets, employing advanced analytics tools, and navigating the challenges of a rapidly changing consumer behavior and market conditions. I started by initiating an extensive data collection process. I employed web scraping techniques, surveys, and purchase data from our partner retailers to gather initial insights. I analyzed this data using statistical software to identify preliminary trends, ensuring a broad and representative data set. Next, I developed a research plan based on these initial findings. So I convened with the research team to outline a study framework that included quantitative and qualitative analysis. This plan was based on mixed methods approach to capture both the scale of change and the nuances behind consumer behavior shifts. I held discussions with industry experts, so I organized meetings with retail industry analysts and behavioral psychologists to gather additional insights and perspectives. These conversations helped refine our research questions and methodologies. Then I piloted a consumer survey. I designed and deployed a pilot survey to a small subset of participants, analyzed responses for clarity and bias, and then adjusted the survey design based on feedback to ensure the questions effectively captured consumer sentiments. Lastly, I presented these findings to stakeholders. I compiled the research into a comprehensive report and presentation, highlighted key trends, changes in consumer behavior, and actionable insights during a webinar attended by clients, industry partners, and the media. And the results were that we successfully adapted our research approach to capture the rapid changes in the consumer behavior due to the pandemic. So this is a pretty good answer. Got into the context, covered some good actions, and covered what were the results. So let's look at this answer feedback. Situation and task. Remember to outline the position, company, and additional relevant details for full context, okay? And then you did not mention any specific timeline or deadline for this task. Next time, include a time frame to complete your task explanation. So let's just scroll down. Okay, so yeah, I didn't state my role in company with any details that would have added some clarity to this answer. And then I definitely didn't specify, okay, that key timeline to actually accomplish this. Okay, that's helpful. Actions, consider providing more details around how you executed and ultimately documented what you did. So I talked about the testing in my answer. But yeah, I guess I just only talked about presenting and not documenting. And so let's go. Okay, so describe what you tested, yeah, and how you executed. So I definitely missed the execution part of it. And then there wasn't really a launch, but I did do a presentation and I did not cover the documentation. Okay, then the results. The results could benefit from including some specific outcomes or impacts of your findings. Did your findings influence any strategies or decisions? How was the information used? Did this result end in any repeatable practices? These specifics will add and strengthen your results. Okay, so yeah, so clearly if we go back to the results section, I kind of went high level, but I didn't really go into quantify and qualify the impact. And then I didn't share any repeatability of how we looked at these trends in the future. So really, really good feedback there. A good answer, but this answer could have been even better. And this feedback has been driven by our AI practice interviews tool, and the official global paid launch will be on February 26th. Really excited about it. So there's 2 steps you can take. You can sign up to be an early adopter at practiceinterviews.com. That will guarantee that you get a discount when we go to that paid launch on February 26th. And in addition, anybody who wants the potential to get onto the tool, be a beta user, potentially give us some feedback, we have been letting users on the tool for free to gather some feedback and make sure that the tool is really powerful for all of our users. Thank you so much. I hope you found this video helpful.